Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking some source material that kind of completely upends everything you might assume about gift giving. We are diving into this fascinating concept detailed in a publication by an author known as EOIA Code, which was originally published on a platform called Online Work Opportunities 2026. The central argument they're making here is honestly incredibly bold. It proposes that the absolute most meaningful present you can possibly give someone isn't a physical object at all, but rather advertising space. Seriously? We're going to unpack exactly why this text insists that digital visibility makes for the ultimate unparalleled gift and how it totally challenges our everyday consumer habits.
So let's just start by thinking about your own habits for a second. When a birthday, a major anniversary, or, the holidays roll around, what are your usual go-to gifts for friends, spouses, or your colleagues? The source material actually kicks off by asking this exact question, basically prompting us to reevaluate the psychology behind the things we typically hand over to the people we care about. Usually we end up panic buying something physical, right? Well, actually, maybe not always panic buying, but we definitely default to a gadget, a best-selling book, or a gift card to a nice restaurant. We want something immediate, something tangible. But the text points out a core philosophical problem with those traditional choices. They are fundamentally fleeting.
The author draws a really stark contrast here. Think about the absolute classic standbys of gifting, flowers and chocolates. As the text rightfully points out, these are gifts that quite literally disappear in a week. They wilt, they get eaten, and then they're entirely forgotten, offering nothing more than a quick little hit of dopamine. The source, however, offers a radical alternative. They call it gifting a gateway to opportunity. The psychological shift here is massive. The argument is that instead of handing over something that just vanishes into thin air, you could give a practical tool, something with the compounding potential to genuinely alter the trajectory of someone's professional life.
Section 1. Advertising as a present, a paradigm shift.
Okay, so to really wrap our heads around this shift, we need to define the acronym at the very heart of this source material. EOIA. That stands for Equal Opportunity Internet Advertising. Now, according to the text, this isn't just a standard marketing agency service. It is packaged specifically as a gift card. It's a digital product you can purchase and just hand over to someone else, explicitly granting them advertising space on a specific network. What's so fascinating about this is the translation of commerce. It's taking a B2B, a business-to-business concept that's usually reserved for corporate budgets and turning it directly into an accessible, everyday consumer gift.
The author, EOIA Code, sums up this whole philosophy with a pretty bold claim. The text states, quote, "Without fleeting values, a gift for always. A gift with love and respect." Let that sink in for a second. The underlying idea here is that a truly respectful gift is one that actually provides long-term, practical utility, rather than just short-term indulgence. It suggests that empowering someone's personal brand, investing in their small business, or maybe boosting their job search is actually the highest form of showing you care about their future.
Section 2. Unpacking the EOIA card, the mechanics.
So how does this actually work in the real world? Well, the standard EOIA gift card comes in at a highly specific promotional price of 23 British pounds, which the source notes you can easily pay in the equivalent of US dollars or euros via PayPal. To put that into perspective, the text explicitly frames this as the exact cost of a standard bouquet of flowers or a nice dinner out. It's pitching a highly accessible investment. It's basically asking you to trade a single, forgettable meal for a targeted professional boost. By pricing it right alongside everyday luxury items, the source is trying to make the idea of buying commercial advertising feel like a totally casual, affordable gesture.
Okay, so what exactly does that 23 pounds actually buy? The text breaks down a few core deliverables. First off, the delivery is instant and entirely online. That means no shipping costs and no waiting around. You just print it out or email it over to the recipient. Once the user activates it, the core offering kicks in. 52 days of continuous advertising exposure. This visibility happens on a main directory website called 1510,000.com, as well as on selected sister online magazines connected to that broader network. So it's providing a very specific, almost 2-month window of sustained digital visibility. Now, obviously, advertising is not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. The source breaks down different categories to make sure the gift can be strictly tailored to whatever life stage the recipient is in. Say your recipient is an aspiring content creator. They can use the YouTube channel presentation category to get more eyes on their videos. For a recent grad looking for work, there's a job posting and search slot. Independent freelancers get their own profile section, while traditional brick-and-mortar stores can be featured as a local hero. There are even dedicated sections for network marketers doing MLM distributor offers. The whole idea is that the gift inherently adapts to the professional needs of whoever is redeeming it.
Section 3. The referral business angle, the deeper layer.
All right, this is where we hit a real, unexpected twist in the source material, because it turns out this isn't just about a 52-day marketing coupon. Trace the intended user journey with me for a second. Step 1, the recipient gets the digital card. Step 2, they activate their 52 days of ad exposure for their project or business. But then, there's Step 3. According to the text, every single EOIA gift card includes the baked-in right to register at a site called 2lm-referral-community.com as an independent EOIA advertising distributor. So by simply redeeming what they thought was a birthday gift, the recipient is suddenly handed free entry into an entire referral and affiliate network.
And the source attributes some, frankly, highly unconventional properties to this referral account. The text claims it operates as a lifetime business opportunity that can actively generate income for the recipient way after those initial 52 days of ads expire. But it goes significantly further than that. The account can be sold to a third party, it can be gifted further down the line, and most remarkably, the text explicitly claims it has inheritance properties. Yeah, you heard that right. The source actually positions this digital referral account as a tangible, transferable asset that you can literally pass down to your kids in a will. It is a wildly ambitious escalation from a simple birthday present.
Which brings us to this line from the author, "You're not giving a product, you're giving a future." It's an incredibly lofty claim, for sure, but it perfectly anchors the psychology of this source material. By combining a practical advertising slot with lifetime entry into an income-generating referral program, the text argues that this completely transcends a simple retail transaction. It becomes a permanent tool for long-term financial empowerment.
Section 4. Who needs this gift? The target audience. So, if this is the ultimate gift, who exactly is the ideal recipient? The text lists several groups who naturally stand to benefit the most. Business owners, entrepreneurs, freelancers, and professionals can obviously use the ad space directly to get new clients. Job seekers and students entering the market can use it to aggressively build up their personal brand. Creators, influencers, and MLM distributors are specifically called out as prime candidates too. But perhaps the most interesting category listed in the source is anyone who already has everything. You know the type. The text positions this card as the absolute perfect out-of-the-box solution for that notoriously impossible-to-buy-for person in your life. Because even if they have every gadget and luxury item imaginable, they can always leverage more visibility or a brand new side venture.
And that leaves us with a truly fascinating final thought to wrap up this explainer. Based on the deep dive we've taken into this source, we really have to ask ourselves, would you genuinely give or want to receive an internet advertising and referral package for your next birthday? It is certainly a massive, paradigm-shifting departure from the standard chocolates and gift cards to the local coffee shop. It fundamentally asks us to redefine what value actually means when we hand someone a present. I hope this explainer gave you a clear, structured look into this highly unique approach to modern gift giving. Until next time, keep learning and stay curious.